Hello students, this is Amardeep Singh, your computer teacher, and today we are going to continue with the chapter number 10, working with the dictionaries and tuples. And in this session we'll discuss about modules in Python. So let's start our discussion with the introduction to modules in Python. Simply, a module is a file consisting of Python code. A module can contain functions, classes, and variables. It allows you to logically make a group of functions, classes, and variables in Python. So, with the help of a module, you'll be able to make a logical group of functions, classes, and variables. Classes are a part of object-oriented concepts in Python, and we can make use of a function available inside a module by using the import statement. So if you want to include a module in your program, then you can make use of import, then import statement, then the name of the module. And to use the function available inside the module, you have to make use of module name, then with the dot operator you have to call the function. In this session, we'll discuss about various inbuilt modules available in Python. So first we'll discuss about math module. This module contains various functions and methods to perform mathematical calculations on numeric values. So first we'll discuss about ceil function. This function, as the name suggests, it returns a round number, or you can say round figure, upward to its nearest integer value. So you have to pass a floating value inside this function. So if you want to make use of all these math functions, then you have to import math module. You can import like import math. Then after that you can make call to any of these functions. So I'll call ceil function like n equal to ceil math dot ceil, because ceil is a function belonging to math module, then you have to call it like that, math dot ceil. Then inside this function you have to pass some float value. I'll pass 12.5. Now this function will return the nearest upward value. Print n, save it, and press F5. Here you can see that the number was 12.5, and the nearest upward value is, that is 13. After the ceil function, we'll discuss about float function. It returns the number downward to its nearest integer value. So that means it will return the nearest integer. So I'll change here float. So the value is 12.5 and the nearest integer equivalent is 12. So the result will be, just save it and run the code, and the result is 12 here. Next we'll discuss about fabs function. This function returns the absolute value of a given number. As we know that absolute value means the positive value of positive equivalent of any value. So if you will call this one like fabs, if you will pass 123, then it will return 123. The result will be 123. But when you will pass minus 123, then again it will return the positive equivalent of that value. So that means the absolute number is the positive equivalent of that particular value. Next we have factorial function. As the name suggests, it returns the factorial of a given number. So just try it. I'll specify factorial of a number, that is I'll pass 4, then try to run it. Now you can see that here we are having 24, because 24 is the factorial of 4. Then after the factorial function we are having power function, that is POW. It contains two parameters of integer type. It returns the value of x to the power of y. So that means it will calculate the power of a number. So if you will pass math.pow, then I want to calculate 5 to the power of 2, then the result will be 5 into 5, that is 25 here. Next we'll discuss about sqrt function, that is it returns the square root of a given number. So let's try to calculate the square root of a given number. So I will specify math dot sqrt, and the square root, I'll find out the square root of 25, that is the square root of 25 is 5. Next we have three trigonometric function. One is sine, tan and cos. Sine will return the sine value of a given number, tan function will return the tangent value of a given number, and cos value return the cosine value of a given number. So just check it. You just have to write here sine, then let's suppose I want to find the sine value of 8, then just try to run. Here we are having the value, it will be correct. Then tan value of any number, so here we are having the result. So you just have to pass the parameter and use the correct function name, then it will return the actual result of that particular function. So these are the results, and after these functions we are having a constant available in a math module, that is pi. This constant, it's a constant, it's not a function. This constant returns the value of pi, so we just have to call it like pi. No need to specify the brackets because it's a data member, a constant. So the value of pi is 3.14 and something like that. So that is all about the math functions available inside the math module. After the discussion of maths module, we'll discuss about random module. A random module is used to generate the random numbers. So we are having three different functions to generate the random numbers in Python. So let's start with the discussion of random functions. So first we are having random function. The name of the function is random. It returns a random float number between 0 and 1. So within the range of 0 and 1, it will generate random values like 0.2. Next time when you will call it 0.5, 0.6, 0.9 or something else like, right? So just try to do this. So first of all, you have to import random, then make a call to that function, n is equal to random. Random is the name of module and even the name of function is random. Random, just close the brackets and now print the value of n. Save the code and run it. So the value that the first call of this function generates this value, and again try to call it, just again run the program, the same code. Now it generates different value, 0.4, then again 0.8, again when you will run 0.3. So this function will generate the random values within the range of 0 and 1. It will return a float number. Next we'll discuss about the function randint and randrange. These functions are, both of these functions are used for the same purpose. These functions will return a random number between the given range. As we have discussed about random function, that this function will generate values within the range starting from 0 to 1, but these two functions will generate values, integer values within the given range. That means you have to specify the starting value and the end value. and within this given range, within the value of x and y, including x and y, system will generate the values. Both function will do the same, randint and randrange. So let's start how to generate random values by using these functions. So I'll use randint. So I'm going to generate values starting from the range 10 to 50. So save the code and run the program. Now the first value generated by this function is 15 and the next value is 28. So these are the random value. Any random value system will generate. And in the same way, if you want to make use of rand range function, rand range, then the same output will be there. So first it generate 14, now it's generate 15, then 34. So these are the three random functions that we are having inside the random module: random, randint, and randrange. Next we'll discuss about statistics module. The Python statistics module provides the function to mathematical statistics of numeric data. So first we'll discuss about the mean function. It is used to calculate the arithmetic mean of the numeric list. So inside this function you have to pass the name of a list, and this function will return the mean. Mean means the average of those values. So let's start with the discussion of this function. So first of all you have to import statistics module, and then you have to make a list of values. That means li is equal to, I'll specify the values. So here we are having values. You can pass any value in between this list, and we'll make a call to that function, statistics dot mean, and inside this function you have to pass the name of the list, and now print the value of n. So it will return the mean, or you can say the average of the given numbers inside the list. So here we are having the average is 4. After the mean function, then next we'll discuss about median function. This function also contains a list of items as a parameter. This function is used to return the middle value of the numeric data list, right? And so first of all you have to make a list, and then make a call to this function, statistics dot median. Then inside this function you have to pass the name of list, save it, and run this one. So here we are having the middle value within the given values is 30. We are having 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50, and the middle value is 30. After that we will discuss about mode function. It also contains a list of items. This function returns the most common data that occurs in the list. So it will return the value that is occurred the most number of times inside the list. So let's check this one. So we have to make a list 10, 20. Again I'm going to write here 10, then 30. After 30 I'll write 20, then again 10. So in this list we are having the most common occurred data is 10, because 10 occurs 3 times, 20 occurs 2 times only. So the most common data is the inside this list is that is 10. So you have to calculate it by using mode function. I'll specify mode li, then the return of this function will be 10, because 10 occurs 3 times, that is the maximum number within this list. So that is all about the this present session. If you people are having any kind of doubt related to the modules and the inbuilt